Hey, what's up, guys? Jesse Taylor, JT Money, just got done with the World Series of Fighting 7. Just fought Elvis Mustafasik. It was a great fight. Got the W. So happy with that. I just want to thank a couple of sponsors. Awesome trip. Love coming up here to Canada and fighting for you guys. Vancouver is always a great time, and really enjoy it up here. It's terrific time. Very good energy. 3-0, undefeated so far. Every time I come up here. Anyways, I want to thank some of my big sponsors. I want to thank An UnderDog Productions. Please check him out. He's on Facebook, UnderDog Productions. UnderDog Parra, P-A-R-R-A. UnderDog Productions. That's he came on board last minute, but I really want to thank him. He was a big supporter, and he provided a lot of video for you guys. I also want to thank Wallet.com, world's thinnest wallets. Three Little Birds, awesome clothing company. They've been with me. I repped them at the fight. Clinch Gear, of course. I'm all repped out in Clinch Gear. Fast Track Insurance, Umbrella Marketing. Don't want to forget anybody here. Fight Labs. And last but not least, Derm FX skincare products. But it's a good time to be thankful for a couple people. I want to thank all my sponsors, the guys who I've mentioned who helped me out for this fight. You guys provide for me and help me out. Matt Baker, to say the gym up north in Kamloops, which is out there quite a way. I thought it was a little bit closer than expected. I drove like 4 hours through the mountains to get there. But Matt Baker, he was on the fight card as well. Had a tough fight. I think he slammed the guy and ended up losing, but a really good guy. So I want to thank Matt Baker for having me seminar out there. And the Canadians, man, I really enjoyed being out here, man. We had a great time. I guess I'll run down a couple basic questions. How the fight was. I fought Elvis Mustafasik. He was a great fighter, tough fighter. I think I kind of neutralized him. You can say what you want, but I want to get to the finals of that tournament, so I did what I had to do. And he was a tough, dangerous striker, dangerous fighter, pretty well rounded. But I suffocate people. That's my whole style. And I think I just he didn't have an answer for me right off the bat. I tried to get on him and finish the job, and he was tough. I couldn't finish him, but he definitely couldn't hang with me, and I kind of shut him out. Team Quest. I train a Team Quest. That's who I train with. Great fight team. I have Dan Henderson there, Chael Sonnen, Tara Sokaju, Brian Harper. He was there. One of my longtime coaches. Gotta give a big shout out to Brian Harper. He goes under the radar. George here has met him. Very good guy. He's kind of like the backbone of Team Quest, but really low-key, under the radar guy. Definitely, he's like me, but not like me. Not that that personality which attracts energy. Very low-key guy, and but he's the backbone of Team Quest. He helps the fight game, keeps me to the basics. Works with me. I also want to thank my striking coach. I just got a good relationship with him the last month or so. His name's Jimmy Jackson. Great boxing coach. Old school guy, 62. You gotta count that wisdom. I think years and wisdom goes a long way in this business. And 62 years old, looks like 40, and he's been around the block. And he's very open-minded too. And coming from a boxing background, that's pretty hard for some people. But very open-minded. He loves the fight game and the MMA game, and gotta thank Jimmy. Some other basic questions: how I prepared for this camp. Lots of training. I have Dan Henderson, Tarek Safadine. The list goes on and on. A lot of top-notch fighters I've been training with, and they help me. My Team Quest down in San Diego, California, they help me get ready. I do switch off and cross-train with some guys, but when it's crunch time and it's fight time, I always go back to Team Quest and fight. And pretty much fight and train with my guys. And they help me. Help me get ready. Kind of making up these questions as I go. Kind of a self-interview with George here, but one of the best things about fighting is the traveling and the people. I love to fight. Don't get me wrong. I love doing my trade in martial arts and challenging the best people in the world. But another awesome part is just traveling and meeting new people, seeing what's out there in the world, and it does, in a way. It's weird. I'm fighting for a living, but it brings a lot of people together. I've met a lot of interesting people. I've met tons of different people out there in the world, and I think that's definitely one of the best parts of this game, is just really broadening my perspective, meeting all sorts of types of people, seeing all sorts of types of beautiful women, but also just the people, man. I met the coolest people. I'm so thankful for that. Everyone I've met and come across and all over the world have been so cool, from Australia to Canada, to Panama to South America. I've been literally all over the world, and that's one of the best things is the fight game, but also meeting the people. I've met people all over the world, and I think everyone's so cool and respectful and nice, and it's just and different, and different is cool. When they're all the same, you don't like that. So I think that's one of the best things. And my kids. Last but not least, I want to thank my kids, my family for sticking with me. And, again, the person doing this interview, he's not going to say it, he's kind of under the radar too, is Jorge, UnderDog Productions. And I want to thank him for coming on board. And please check him out, guys. He's top of the notch over here in Vancouver in Canada. And next fight looks like Japan. So it'll be in March. Do not know the exact date, but know that it's in March. Small chance in April, but definitely looks like Japan. I'll be fighting the main event or the co-main event versus David Branch, and it's going to be in Japan. And the main card is going to be Yushin Okami. He's on the card. He's just in the UFC, top 10 in the world. But it's a great time for me to prove myself. I want to make a statement with Branch. First of all, David Branch is the real deal. Tough fighter, but it's a championship fight. I don't know if you guys heard, Ray Sefo was a little critical of my style. He's the promoter of a World Series of Fighting, and I don't really think he has a right to be, but he is the promoter, so I do understand what he has to say. But I am exciting. I have my own style, and if I want to do that again, that's my own right. But I want to prove it with Dave Branch that I could be exciting, and I want to be an exciting champion. I don't want to just hold people there. And but I've been playing it safe for a while, but I have a lot in me, a lot of excitement in me, a lot of good fights in me, and I want to go out there and crush Dave Branch. That's for sure. That's going to be in Japan, March. Jorge, UnderDog Productions. Hopefully we get you there, brother. But that's going to be in Japan, and I got to catch a flight here soon at the Vancouver International Airport. But, it's been an honor being here. Please follow Jorge. He's on my Facebook page, Jorge UnderDog Productions. I want to emphasize that. I don't know if he has a website or anything, but check him out on the internet, YouTube, video. He's on top of it, and I just want to thank him personally for coming out here last minute, rushing here, crazy style, to do an interview with me before I leave from my airport. And I just want to thank everyone, man. It's been an awesome trip, and next time you see me or hear from me, hopefully Jorge will be here. If not, I will be the MMA World Series of Fighting champion multiple times, but I will be. And I just want to thank you guys for having me. Thanks.